The Mike and Tony Show is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised.
This is Luke Sisnuff.
This is Pro Strongman Stan Carradine.
Hi, this is Dave Freshman.
This is Daylina Tenen.
Hey guys, this is Mark the Couch Guy.
Yeah, you fuck with your boy Antoine Sachs, Puff Beer representative.
Thanks for listening to The Mike and Tony Show.
We are over the hump, sir. 201 is today's episode. There is no video today.
No.
We are sitting in an episode of Hoarders in my studio down here. So I've had this closet forever that's just been packed full of all my musical skeletons, we'll say. Just packed full of stuff I haven't used in years, and it becomes a place where you need one thing, and it's not organized. So you go in and you dig and dig and dig, and you get to one thing, and then you get out. And that happened over and over and over, literally over years. And so we're trying to clean out the studio closet, and I can't video this, Mike.
It's amazing that the studio closet is as big as the studio. Because all the stuff that's out here.
It's into the weight room next door.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
I know. It's fucking wild.
I came downstairs. I was like, wow. I was like, the drum set's over here and everything. I was like, dang, dude. There's a lot of stuff in that closet.
You know, that's what I would always say. It's like my little closet of skeletons over there.
I think I see an old vape pen here, it looks like. There is. Like a crusty old vape pen right here. Jesus, dollar.
Guarantee you that battery's dead. The random shit I have found. I was so excited to find that right there.
The pump?
Yeah, the little pump with the needle, because I'm that guy now. Like you were talking about healing from your lat stuff and missing certain weights. I haven't been lifting weights at all. I've lifted twice, maybe since in the last week or two, but I'm playing basketball all the time.
Nice.
I play after school. I got some guys interested in playing. So far we're just shooting around, but we're going to get to a point where get some games going. My cardio's getting better all the time. Yeah. So I found that little thing. I'm the guy. I travel around literally with 2 basketballs in my truck and my shoes.
Oh,
I'm that guy now.
Dollar.
Go all old school and start wearing my fucking
shorts underneath
gym shorts
jeans?
Underneath my jeans.
Yes, dollar. That's what I was like. I was doing that up until I was like 25 years old. And I always got made fun of, and it was like why are you wearing shorts under your jeans? Like, you don't know when a game's gonna pop off?
Yeah, exactly, bro.
You don't know if someone's gonna test your skills.
Oh, it's funny. I want to keep lifting weights. I have a plan to get some discipline with it and get at least a day or two going a week consistently. But it's pure joy, man. It just reminds me of being a kid. I used to love basketball.
Yeah. With my lat injury, dude. So I found out.
Did we talk about it on 200 at all? I don't think
little
we
bit,
did.
yeah. We just talked about it a little bit.
For the listeners, fucked up your lat lifting weights.
Yeah.
Literally couldn't breathe. You were like wincing all the time.
Yeah, when I hiccuped, it was like, it felt like I was being stabbed in the lung. Like, I was telling you, Dollar, like, this has been the worst non-blood injury that I've ever had. And I tore my ACL. And this hurts more than my ACL, dude.
I could tell. You would turn the wrong way and wince. You would,
Oh, dude. I'd be like walking randomly and like I'd take like a breath and all of a sudden I'd be like, just like making random noises and people would be like looking at me like I'm like, I'm right. But,
and for episode 200 last week, I hadn't gigged live in a long time. I forgot how much shit there was to carry all these heavy speakers, all this stuff. And I was thinking beforehand, I'm like, oh, I'm good. Jaden's going to be there. Mike's going to be there. Mark's going to be there. We all fucking lift weights. We're all good.
Yeah.
And then we get there. You're jacked up. Mark's can't even walk, bro. He came here yesterday. He still cannot walk.
Jeez,
he's so fucked up. Jay was late. So it's just,
Yeah. But no, like I said, so it's a grade 2 pool that I have.
I didn't bother to Google that. Yeah. That sounds bad.
Oh, dude, it's like 4 to 6 weeks, it says.
Oof.
And then I was like looking, it was like, you could increase it by, and I was going to ask, Stan about this, because, he uses like peptides and stuff like that. And it's like, you can use peptides to help the healing process and da-da-da. And I'm like, that requires needles.
Oh, shit.
No, I'm not.
You're not doing that.
I'm not doing that. I'm not going with that, dude. Just, all right, it's going to be healing naturally. It looks like every day is leg day.
Yeah.
So I've been doing legs a little bit more and everything like that. But it's put a damper on, like, when I told you my goals. Trying to be part of the 1250 club. And I was rocking it, dude. Yeah. I was rocking it. I was, benching huge, squatting huge. And then like I started doing the deadlifts and everything. I'm not going to do a deadlift with my lat like that,
Oh no, bro. Definitely
and,
not.
But yeah.
You get a grade 7 tear.
Yeah. And so, it's been just like disheartening and disappointing. I was just like, oh, dude, because, I I haven't had this much break off of one particular, part of my body forever.
Yeah.
It's been like a couple weeks since I've done any upper anything.
Damn. Well, you know what's funny, and I've noticed this too, is the good things you've lifted weights forever.
Yeah.
So you're not going to lose that much that fast.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that with people I've known at work too before. Like I remember I met a teacher a couple years ago that had started, and clearly the dude worked out. So I was asking him, and he literally was like, I haven't worked out in 2.5 years. And you just realize like, yeah, you must have been, really, and going hard. Because, and it depends on your age, how fast you lose muscle and stuff. But you'll be fine. Once you get back, you may find, like I did when going to the Philippines, you may be like, fuck, I'm right where I was when I stopped.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
We'll see. But yeah, it just sucks, dude. Like I'm telling you, the pain is.
And this is
real.
if listeners don't know Mike Pearce, like he's not a pain guy. Like he doesn't acknowledge pain. It doesn't really bother him. So for you to say that, and you could just tell too, because you wouldn't be, you would just be in the middle of a sentence or talk, it would just like, oh God, it just
crumple,
got you.
Crumple, like, oh.
Yeah, no, I've had stuff kind of like that with breathing, with ribs, like torn those little intercostals and things like that. You ever done that?
Well, that's what Stan was saying too. When I told him, I was like, what happened to me? He goes, feels like you broke your ribs, huh? I was like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know what that feels like, but
yeah.
If that's what that feels like, this sucks. I was like,
yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah, I've never broken a rib, but that's what they say.
Yeah.
When you break a rib, you can't breathe or
Yeah.
anything. Dude, I just wanted to take a minute to just thank everybody that came out last week.
Yes, man.
That was fucking phenomenal. That was one of the greatest things. We absolutely have to do a live episode again. I encourage listeners who are like in another state or whatever, write us. Let us know what you thought about the episode, because it was fun for us.
Especially all you Ohio people out there.
Yes.
Man, there's a lot of Ohio love out there. I was like, I don't know what we did, but
I don't know how we got.
We love you, OHIO.
We do. We've even talked about the possibility of doing a pop-up one day.
Jones.
Yeah.
It was Ohio says that it's OH, and then somebody goes IO.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, go ahead.
OH.
IO. Yeah, all right. There we are. We love you, Ohio. We were surprised. I don't know why we have so many listeners in Ohio, but it's pretty cool.
No, but yeah, the turnout that we had, and the giveaways and everything like that. Like Dan's already reached out to the person who won the tickets, and they're super excited, for the seed stuff. The Beach Boys, we got,
shout out to Dan Lanier.
Yeah.
That motherfucker came through, and it was really awesome to be able to have those high value giveaways that people were super excited about.
Multiple tickets, the Rapids, and then we did the other concert tickets to the Grateful Dub, and so it was crazy. It was great, so great. In fact, I think I told you, Dollar, that they had invited us back and said, whenever you guys are ready to do another one.
Absolutely.
Let us know. But
the only thing that was a little tough there was how far away the audience was.
Yeah.
We set those chairs up front, and a few people sat up front.
Yeah.
But people were so far from the stage.
Yeah.
But luckily we had those Powerhouse 1977
that are sitting right here. Yeah.
Those suckers are never gonna die.
Yeah.
They're good for all of eternity.
No, but I'd like, and I discussed with you, if, going back there is a real possibility. It's a good thing. But what I would like to do in that capacity, dollars, I told you before, is like set something up for the 10-year, but really plan it out and really get with the venue and say, hey, we're going to have people play and we want to get them to be paid.
Yes. Yes.
And
No, I love that. Well, I was going to tell you, I'll tell you live here on the podcast, what I've been thinking a lot about was bringing something really old back and changing the format. I mean, you remember early on when we first started, we had this idea and we did like one or two of it. Back then it was called ATMT Presents.
Yeah.
But now it would be, the Mike and Tony Show Present.
Yeah.
So my idea is that, first of all, we can definitely do more of these live podcasts because it was fun. People enjoyed it. I was shocked that people sat there and listened for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Like there were certain people, and you'd like throw a question to the crowd and people are pulling out their cell phones, like trying to find, like, I just didn't know if it was going to work, frankly. I had never tried anything like that. There's people who do live podcasts, but they're very different. They have like a different thing. We're literally just bullshitting. We don't even know what's going to happen or what we're going to say. So that was really fun. But what I'm thinking is we can start regularly putting together the Mike and Tony Show Presents shows, which are separate from the podcast.
Yeah.
We can still put them out with the permission of the artists.
Yeah.
And we can literally set up music shows where we put it on and we can record it if we want. We can record the whole thing.
Ooh.
And then we have the Mike and Tony Show Presents, and it would be like Jordan Huey live at Goosetown Tavern or whatever.
Mike and Tony Show Presents Jordan Huey. Oh,
yes. And then we jump in with promotion with her. Like we help promote the show. Bro, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a great idea, and I think people would like it because that was really fun too. That part of the show, like hearing people perform, like listening to Jordan and then myself.
Oh my gosh,
I was like, that's pretty neat.
I got like 3 text messages while Jordan was playing.
She's so good,
and it was like they were like, she's amazing. Her voice, one was like, she's amazing. Another one was like, her voice is crazy. I was like, yeah.
Jaden asked me if she was famous. He was like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what's so fire about her though is that those songs are hers.
Yeah.
Like it's very common. No offense, I'm not trying to cut it down at all because I'm not a super fantastic singer, but it's pretty common to find a really great singer and a really great guitar player.
Yeah.
But it's so rare to find that person that's like that, and then they also are the writer behind the music.
Yeah.
They're the ones putting it together. Fucking phenomenal. I love her so much.
Yeah.
And the fact that she did that for us was pretty cool too. Yeah.
Yeah. And she liked your music too, man.
Yeah, for sure. I was knocking the rust off, bro. I hadn't performed in so long before that, but oh man, I got that little taste again.
You got it. You're like
that little taste.
You're like Ron Burgundy. You were like when it hits your lips.
It was just really exciting. It was really fun. I was super nervous, but and I'm used to longer shows where you get past the nerves, you're nervous a little bit and then you kind of get into a groove. So I didn't get past that part, and it didn't help Jones is sitting in the front row with a camera on me the whole time. There were multiple cameras actually.
Yeah.
So no, it was fun, man. And I didn't have my loop pedal or anything like that too. But the whole thing was just absolutely a blast. And it's taught me one more time that I just, A, trust Mike Pearce, right? 2, just fucking go with the flow. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, that's becoming my new mentality. It's like, we'll figure it out. Because going into it, every red flag was popping off in my head. I'm like, we fucking tried to do this last minute. We didn't promote it enough. Nobody's going to come. What's the hell's with the audio? What if I have a fucking problem? I've never tried this, blah, 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 blah. Everybody shut up, sit down. We're going to show up.
Yeah.
We committed. We're going to do this thing, and we're going to figure it out. And sure as shit, not only do we figure it out, now we can do this as many times as we want because now I have a system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah, buddy. Yeah. Cheers to 200 episodes. Coming up on 10 years soon.
Yeah. We'll try to work out something for that too. That, like I said, the 10 years and getting those artists out and having longer sets, and getting a better confirmation and that way we can have, more guests.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, for the listeners, we slapped it together last minute. I mean, I think they kind of heard that on the episodes building up to it. We were kind of like, should we do this? Oh, I guess we're doing this. I don't know. You're going to call some people? Okay. Well, let's see what happens. So I think if we really make a concerted effort, this is behind the scenes shit, but I gotta get access to the Facebook too, so I can jump on there and help you. So for the listeners who don't know, this is a funny story. A long time ago, I was overwhelmed with work, and I was like, I can't handle all the social media, so I'm no longer gonna have the Mike and Tony Show Facebook page attached to mine. I'm gonna give it to Mike and let him run it. And then I removed myself.
Yeah.
And once I've removed myself, there's not a fucking thing I can do. I'm an outsider now. I can't get in there. I can't seem to be able to control anything.
Yeah. And you removed yourself so well that even when I try to put you back on,
it won't let me.
Nah, dog.
I know we've tried numerous times.
We're like, try from the computer. I was like, okay, I'll do it from the computer.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your access, Tony. Like, no, it's not working, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I also think the other thing is too is like I give access to like your old accounts because you have like four Tony Dollar accounts out there.
Oh my god.
You deleted.
Well, I have Anthony Dollar.
Well, because like you would like delete it one, right, and then you forgot the password for it when you undeleted it or something like that. Like,
there's a couple, and then also me and Mai have the really old one. Literally
the
so
dollars,
old that my third one was my third child wasn't born. So the name is Tony Myra Jaden Jillian. Like that's the name. It's all crammed together like people used to do back in the day. Yeah, I have too many accounts, but I want to get control of that too because then I could help more with promotion.
Yeah, and
I can invite to all my friends too. And then next time, just make my actual Facebook Tony Dollar my main instead of my music account. Make me the. That's the other problem too. Is it all my accounts used to be called Tony Dollar Music.
Yeah.
Now they're all just called Tony Dollar.
Yeah.
So Tony Dollar, the artist, looks the same as Tony Dollar, the regular profile.
Oh,
very hard. So I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah.
I know. And with my social media, like I've been told numerous times that I need to change my handle. Like especially like on my Instagram. Because my Instagram is the Duke.
Yeah, it's a little complicated.
And so Dave Forrell for the Dirty Heads, he was telling Patty, because Patty is, when it manages a lot of his stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, I hate tagging Mike and things because Because I have to DUK3BL. He's like, I was like, yeah, but once you put it in, it's like right there, and you just click it, and it's fine. But,
yeah, right. I tag you all the time, no problem. But
I think I just need to put the Baron von Pearce on there and
just go with it, bro.
And make it easy.
Where did that even come from? Like, I don't even know. How did you come up with that? Or
what's that?
Baron von Pearce. It's been forever.
We were at Jones.
Okay.
And what do we talk about? We talk about like something about our royal names and like what you would be like royalty and something like that.
Yeah, it was like the street you grew up on. We were doing one of those because mine always sounds good for that shit because I grew up on
the porn names.
Yeah, I grew up on Buckingham.
Yeah. Tony Buckingham.
Yeah. It was like Gerald.
Gerald Buckingham, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we just came up with that. I was like, I'm just gonna be Baron von Pearce. And you know what's funny though? I am Baron von Pearce and like everything else. Like gaming and stuff like that. Like
it's your social media. You're not
just Instagram is the only
just
thing.
Instagram,
and that's like the biggest fucking following that I have is on the Instagram. It's like
do you have a Baron von Pearce artist page?
Artist page,
like how we have the Mike and Tony show.
Yeah,
and I have like the $20 music one. You do have one.
Yeah.
I might make sure I liked that. I don't know. You definitely should have one.
But there's no posts on it or anything like that because a long time ago when Tony decided he didn't want to do podcasts anymore. I was going to do. You were like, maybe you should do your own thing, dude. And you were like,
God.
Remember? I was like,
painful to hear. Yeah, I remember that.
I was like, yeah, maybe I should do my own thing. And that's when I did. Like I made the Baron von Pearce Instagram thing, and then I purchased the website and everything like that. So I do have baronvonpearce.com.
Yeah,
still. But yeah, so it was like a while, and then I was like, oh man, and so now I just probably need to put like the real Baron von Pearce.
Yeah, sure. For the listeners, I'm all in now.
Yeah.
the only reason it was always just time. It was the thing of my whole story of my life for years was just not having enough time between school and music and trying to figure out my career and all that kind of stuff. And I would always just get overwhelmed. And then, when did we start back this time? Because we haven't missed a fucking week. And I went to the Philippines. We pre-recorded. Like we have not had a week where we did not put out an episode for a very long time.
And so that was the thing we were talking about too at the 200th episode. The time doesn't match. Everyone's like 200 episodes, 10 years.
Like
you should guys have
like 1.5 a month or something.
You guys should have 520 episodes, right?
Yeah, some gaps.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that happened to us was that when we had to change the RSS feed.
Yeah.
That was huge because that was like starting over again. And that was just unfortunate the way it went down.
Yeah.
But it's okay because we're here now. We're fucking cruising along. Thank you, Ohio. That's going to be our new. We're going to put the Ohio State flag as our logo.
What does the Ohio State flag look like? I'm going to look at this now.
Yeah, pull it up and see. How's your week? I usually do that at the top of the show. I kind of just started blabbing immediately today. How was your week? How are you feeling? I was on a high after that show for a little while.
Their flag is actually pretty cool. It's not like a traditional rectangle flag.
What? Oh wow!
It's like almost like a pennant style flag.
Right. It kind of reminds me of like Puerto Rico sailing flags or
like
something.
Puerto Rico. It looks like almost Puerto Rican flag.
Yeah.
That's a cool flag. Okay, Ohio.
We see you.
They have the like us, so we have the C in our thing. They have the O in theirs, almost like the same thing like we have.
Oh shit! I didn't even quite realize that when I was looking at it.
Look at us. Okay, right. Ohio. You like your flag?
Hell yeah.
But no, the week. Yeah.
How's your week been?
Week has been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
As I told you before, I have ventured on and accepted a new job at a new place, and so it's not a super official until I get the actual paperwork and sign it and say yes.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully that'll be tomorrow. Yeah. But it's been a good week, and just right on the high of the episode 200 and
hell yeah
and everything like that. And then Callie's birthday was was Thursday as well, and so celebrating that and everything. And it's been a fun week.
Life is good,
and then these next 2 weeks, because I'm gonna put some notice in. These next 2 weeks are just gonna be just me just chilling out.
Yeah. So you've got a really, really good position lined up. I'm trying to think of the timing when I'm going to put this podcast out. But no, I'm really happy for you. And I feel like not just for you, but for us, life is just in a fucking great place right now. We're in such a good spot. I think we're starting to get some momentum here again with this podcast, which makes me feel really happy.
And like obviously, the past few months have been kind of hard, for me. And
definitely.
And, just the stuff that I've been going through. It's kind of been shitty, but things are looking up. Dollar, I gotta win. I gotta win.
I love that when things are going shitty for you, it's like it's come up a time or two. You know what I mean? Like we touch on it, and it's always ends on a positive. Yeah, but that's okay. Something's going to come through, or I'm going to figure this out, or we're going to get there. And that's what I mean. Like I know it's sappy as shit, but I've gotten so much of that from you because I've told you. So for the listeners, I wanted to do mushrooms before I went to the Philippines, really bad. I felt like I was stuck in a rut where I couldn't like get out of negative thinking, and I like had all these patterns that I didn't like in my life, and staying up late and doing a lot of bullshit, and I wanted to do mushrooms because sometimes you just need that clean reset to see your life clearly, become thankful again, realize like, oh. And so I was pushing you, Pearce, because we got him from a past guest. And then I went to the Philippines, and I told you, I literally prayed. I was like, let this trip be my mushroom trip. Like, let it transform me. And it fucking did. I came back, and I felt so different ever since. And that was one of the takeaways for me in the Philippines when I was reflecting on my life and like things that I want to change and do differently now that I've been able to just, because like you break all your patterns when you do something like that. We were there for a month. So I broke every pattern that I had going here, and then it was like a fresh start when I came back. But that was one of the things I consciously thought about was like, listen to Pearce more. And I know it sounds like a joke, but it's literally not, because there's so many things. I've told you this before that I just admire like the way that you approach life, because to me it's almost bulletproof-ish. I say ish at the end because we all know nobody's bulletproof, but but it's a sure way, because life's going to get shitty. It's going to get hard. Things aren't going to go right. There's always plenty of stuff to worry about. I mean, and that's a Bible verse I always read all the time, is that like there's enough worries for today. Don't worry about tomorrow. You know, the birds don't worry about the food that they get. People, you don't have to worry. It doesn't serve a fucking purpose in your life. And so since following that and listening to you, I just feel like fucking things are great, man.
Yeah.
Things are great. I feel great. I'm excited that we're doing so much. I feel like we're doing a lot. Like with the podcast, we both have very busy jobs. We both have families, but we're like in our 40s, and I feel like we're just having a great damn time, dude. It's great to be alive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always joke around. Like one of my favorite quotes comes from fucking Kung Fu Panda.
I feel like you told me this.
Yeah, and it's the yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why we call it the present.
The present. Yeah, it's good though. It's true. And that's a lot of Eastern philosophy in general, is that the only real moment is the present moment. Yeah. It's the one that you're living in right now. So you just seek that opportunity. And yeah.
Well, that's what I always say too, to other people that have come across in life, there's going to be hard, especially, when you're going through something difficult and some stuff is coming hard. It's like, you're going to go through some hard times. It's going to be difficult. How you decide to cope with them, is obviously up to you, but you also don't have to do it alone. So there's some people out there that just, they want to just go through it on their own and figure things out, as they say, and everything like that. But I'm the firm believer is that, you have a good community around you have good people around you, and a good support system. And that's always me. I've always told that to people. I've done the Facebook, posts and the Instagram posts saying, if you ever have a problem, just call me. And I've put my phone number out there in the social media world saying, if you have a problem, call me, text me, let me know what's going on. And, if you want to hang out, we can hang out, all that kind of stuff. And if you're lonely, at the same time, it's okay to not be okay, but you don't have to be alone. You don't have to be by yourself.
Right.
So,
and that's something I say all the time too. My thing is that whoever said that first, that like in the wild, a solitary human is a dead human.
Yeah.
And I think that just that one example speaks to how dependent we are on each other, and how just like ants or there's other organisms that live in large groups.
Yeah.
That's how we're made. And so we're almost like this larger organism, all of us together. And we really are all together, and we need each other. And that's why, because that whole thing, a lot of us grow up with that. I got to be tough. People don't need to know my problems. Like, I can push through this. I'll figure it out, whatever. You don't realize, like, you're fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much better to just have people that you can talk about and people can support you and get a second set of eyes on the situation and, like, maybe be able to.
And that was me for a long time. Remember I told you that? I just internalized a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I just didn't, talk to people, speak with people, because, the way I saw it, like, no, I was like, nobody needs it. Everyone's going through their own shit. They don't need to know my shit too. They don't need to worry about me.
Right.
I want to, as me, as a caregiver, as a, taker of care of people, I want to make sure that everybody's good, and at that, sometimes it does come to the sacrifice of my own well-being and everything like that. And, we had talked in the past, how many people ask you how you're doing. Mm-hmm. I ask people how they're doing all the time.
Yeah.
But then, like, everyone has that perception that, everything is great for me.
Right.
And
you probably feel some need to not let that slip or that keep to maintain that.
Yeah. But, like we were saying before, therapy and everything like that, get an outside perspective, talking to people. Again, I know there's some people out there that just want to deal with it on their own and internalize it. But I'm going to tell you, man, it sucks.
Mm-hmm. It does.
When you do that, because eventually it gets you to the point where you're going to break.
Yeah.
And I've been there. I've been to that point where it's like you snap and you break, and it's not fun, dude. Mm-mm. And you see people going through the same thing, and you're like, dude, let me tell you how it went. Didn't go well. If you ever need anything, just let me know. And, but, there's some people out there that want to do it on their own.
Yeah, I think that's our generation, you know, and definitely the generation before us too. Was that idea of like independence? It's kind of an old school American idea almost, right? It's like, we kind of do our own thing. We take care of ourselves, etc. But the truth is that we need each other. And that's true of all people. I'm glad that you're able to even talk about it like that, because the truth is that I think a lot of times when you're someone like you, who's like people look to for that positivity and you kind of like lift people up, you feel this need that you don't want to let it slip because you don't want to let people down, and you need to be that for them, and they need that thing. But I think if you look at it carefully, you really can see that by you being vulnerable and talking about it, and then also not only people knowing about it, but then seeing you work through it and get to the other side, that helps people so much. Yeah. Because the first part is like, holy shit, this guy that we all look to for positivity, damn, he has hard moments too. Yeah. Like, oh shit, oh, and he pushes through it, and look, oh man, like that's why he's that way. And you realize, you kind of see like the behind the curtain of like how Mike Pearce is engineered or whatever, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying though? That there's a reason why that you maintain such positivity is because of how you push through things, and that you're not different than us. You don't not experience those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm human too, $1.
Mike Pearce is human too.
I put my pants on just like everybody else, 2 legs at a time. Just jump into it. I just jump into them.
That does seem like how you would put your pants on. I kind of feel like
Patty asked me that question actually recently, and he goes, how do you put your pants on, left or right first? And my answer to him was both. I just jump into my pants, just whoosh, whoosh,
you got to lay them out before and then.
Sometimes it's not a great result. I don't get them in the first time.
I remember my friend in high school would literally, he did all kinds of crazy shit, but he would wear his pants inside out.
What?
For real. Same guy who shaved half his face.
Okay.
And could grow a beard in like second grade. Shaved half his face. So at one point he had like a full beard on one side, completely clean shaven on the other side. Inside out jeans. I'm trying to think of what else there was. Like backwards shirts. All that kind of stuff.
Damn.
That's rebel without a cause is what that is.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life was I seen a guy with a cutout of his shirt, like a regular t-shirt, on his chest. And it was like a circle cutout. And it was a circle cutout, and it was perfectly around his tattoo.
You gotta be kidding. That's so fucking amazing.
He just wanted to show his tattoo off, dude. He
That's
cut off
amazing.
a hole in his shirt. Oh my God, it's gonna kill me.
I was gonna say. Oh God. Oh yeah, that thing's still hurting. Oh shit. Yeah. Why not just go without a shirt at that point? I don't.
I remember where I was too. I was at Ballet, the banh mi sandwich, the bakery, Ballet Bakery on Federal.
Okay.
And getting some fucking banh mi sandwiches, bro. And this dude just walked in with fucking shit.
How old is this guy?
He was probably in his 20s.
Of course he was.
Shirt cut off.
Do you remember what the tattoo was?
It was like it was like the Mayan like calendar.
Was it good?
I mean, yeah, it was all right.
It was all right.
But still, it was hilarious. And it wasn't like, I was like, oh, maybe it's just healing. Maybe he's just like.
That's my first thought. That's what I was going to say.
And I was like,
probably
maybe it's
just
shiny.
healing.
No, it wasn't shiny or anything like that. It was just like.
He just wanted people to see it.
Proud
Wow.
of that tattoo.
Just cut a hole in his damn shirt? That's so bizarre, bro. That always speaks to that. I am so blown away by the variety of people. So we all need each other, but there's also a shit ton of us throughout the planet and an endless supply of variety, including far ends of the spectrum of complete lunacy and craziness. Because me personally, I'm trying to think if there's anybody in my life. Like, I don't think I know anybody in my life that would do something like that. But that person exists out there. Yeah. There's somebody out there that's like, yeah, I just want people to see my tattoo I got on my chest. So I'm going to cut a hole in my shirt so everybody can see it for sure. Like, what? It looks so weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he would have done a good job getting everybody's attention because that's going to catch your attention for sure. It's like fucking hole in his shirt.
You do a double take. You're like, that is no, that is not his fucking t-shirt. That is not a print. That is his fucking bare ass skin.
Yeah, just take your shirt off, bud. Like, be that guy then. If you really want people to see it so bad. I mean, I like people seeing my tattoos. Clearly, I guess, but like, I don't know. Tattoos feel like they're for you.
Yeah,
right.
I'm not getting them for everybody else.
Yeah, there's plenty of tattoos that they're covered up. Who cares? Like, I know they're there. I see them sometimes. I like them. Yeah, it's funny. I guess some people really. You must have really been proud. Do you have any other tattoos? You probably don't remember. I wonder if he had tattoos in other places.
I don't know.
Fucking got some holes in the back of his shorts. Fucking back of his legs all tatted up. One on his ass, just an ass cheek with fucking square cut
I was
out.
imagining like just now you said that, like, can you imagine me like walking around with like a giant hole in my shorts from my thigh tattoo? Or just like thigh, or it's just like one thigh. Or just one leg is like a Daisy Duke and then the other one is like long.
Oh, yeah. That's so funny. Or with a pair of pants, I'm picturing you wearing like the newer style, the not skinny style, you know what I mean? But they like roll up the bottom and stuff. Yeah. And then I'm picturing you in like flat boat shoes. That's fucking the new look for Mike Pearce. Oh my God. Yeah. People are funny with tattoos. I want to get more. I might take a little break.
Yeah, we've discussed that.
Yeah.
You said you can't celebrate every year, dog.
I can't celebrate every year. I celebrate. I'm a teacher. Yay. 19 years deep. Yay. It's my 19th year. Let's get a tattoo. No. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm thinking about no longer sleeving my left.
Okay.
Instead of fully sleeving it like this one, I'm thinking of just maybe one off or two.
Yeah.
Just getting a couple little tattoos. I'll miss my freckles, Pearce. My son asked me that yesterday. He was like, do you ever miss your freckles where your tattoos are? Like, I just now realize I'll never see him again.
Yeah.
I don't.
You're like, Jaden, you didn't realize that's what I was doing.
You know what I do think about with tattoos, though, is because it runs in my family, like skin cancer stuff and goofy skin, because I'm pale as shit. And, when I get the sun's so intense in Colorado. So I do think about that if there's any impact. There's no real studies on it with tattoos.
Well, here's my thought.
Okay? Yeah.
Like, it forces you to put sunscreen on because you want to preserve your tattoo.
Sure.
You don't want it to fade.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go, dollar. Now you know, like, you have to put fucking sunscreen on before you go outside because you don't want that to fade out.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And lotion. I'm way religious about lotion on my tattoos and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's true. Although then,
see, why isn't the American Cancer Society promoting that? Get tattoos.
I was going to say maybe because you know what it does do? Actually, it boosts your immune system. My first tattoo, the artist was telling me that, and I started Googling stuff, and it's all legit. Like, because when you get a tattoo, it fires up your whole immune system. So it's
fight off any infection.
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty fucking rare that you are in the middle of a tattoo and you like go out and you come across somebody with a cold and then you get sick. Ooh. You probably won't, because you're fucking hyper. Your system's all fired up. So, what was I going to say before that? I was thinking about we were talking about tattoos. Oh, it was sunscreen. about how if you do use the sunscreen now, I've seen a couple articles now that you're guaranteed to have those plastic nuts we always talk about because there's so much, bro. A new study just came out showing like it's crazy the amount of microplastics in those sunscreen.
Unless you're like one of those dorky ass kids and just use the zinc ones. The zinc sunscreen, like the all natural zinc.
I don't know about this.
It's the one where it's like white. Like it makes you white,
and you just stay white.
Yeah,
like, there's no rubbing it in.
There's no rubbing it in, bro.
Was that like the old school sunscreen?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like you remember, you'd see like all the like old ones, like with the people like do it on their nose, and put this, and they like have the white nose.
Oh yeah. Oh, they definitely still sell it. It's all neon. They sell it in neon colors. That's hilarious. And you know what's funny? I do remember this now. I just found a picture of my Uncle Kevin, and he might be the reason I've always wanted a Toyota Tacoma. It was pre-Tacoma. He had like a 91 or a 92.
T100.
It wasn't even the T100's the pre-Tundra.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So it was just called
a pickup, right?
Yep. It was just the Toyota pickup, and it was blue and white. He had the fucking fog lights on the top. It was lifted slightly, giant wheels on it. I was in love.
It was like Baja style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I just and he died really young. He died at like 27 years old.
Okay.
And so I just found a picture of him yesterday and was thinking about him. But he used to have the fucking zinc sunscreen. He used to wear it like over his nose and his eyes because he worked outside and stuff a lot. And I forgot all about that.
That's funny.
And I could picture it in my head, but I never thought about like what the fuck was that on his face? And I'm like, oh yeah, I do remember that. And I feel like they had pastels back then too, because I'm pretty sure he had there was a pastel blue one he was wearing, and then it was white. Yeah. Mostly it was white.
But like a lot of the times, like if you go to like the coral, like in like coral reefs and stuff like that, they ask that you wear natural like zinc sunscreens so you don't, because
that should tell us something. If it fucks up the ecosystem, maybe we shouldn't have it on our skin,
right? No,
just like this, by the way. That's what my uncle's face used to always look like.
Yeah. So no, and you know what, another thing is wild $2, the off spray,
the
bug
mosquito
spray,
stuff,
right? Dude, I watched a video of a guy, like he goes, check this out, man. He had the off spray, and he's like spraying it like on all these like weeds in his backyard.
I saw that video. They all fucking died.
And like within hours though, $1.
Bro.
Here we are just like, la la la, I don't want mosquitoes.
It's so crazy because like the understanding of the world and our bodies getting so much more sophisticated, but our fucking paradigms and like the way we approach everything is so old school. We still approach the human body like it's a car. Like you got to fix it. You know what I mean? You need some fucking tools, cut that shit open, fucking plaster this, weld this into place. It's not how the human body works. And you don't realize like stuff like that. Like if it's killing weeds, same with antibiotics, right? We take all these, and I'm thankful for them. I think there's a time and a place.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be times where it's going to save your life, but we overprescribe it. People are taking it all the time. Antibiotic. Break down the parts of the word. Anti, against, biotic, life.
Yeah.
It's against life. It's anti-life fucking stuff that you are literally taking because you're hoping to kill the life that's taken form inside of you that you don't want there, aka bacteria. Almost, it's always bacteria.
Yeah, it's always bacteria.
For antibiotics. I don't know. We have to shift the way that we look at our human bodies, man. And I think we neglect how much regenerative and like restorative properties our bodies naturally have through sleep and when you eat the proper foods and you get movement in your body and all those things. Like it works at a really, really high level, and we neglect that. We just think it's like this machine, like a car, because a car doesn't have any self-fixing capacity.
No.
Right?
No.
But we still think of it like a car.
That'd be dope if they did. Then I wouldn't have to spend as much money on the
Can you imagine regenerative cars? Oh shit. Patent that one.
Yeah.
Now we just have to think of how the science works. Yeah. All these, what we're talking about doing is, Jillian has got a permit right now.
Yeah.
And she's going to be getting her license soon, which we're all very much looking forward to. She's so helpful with shit, whether it's going to the store, all that kind of stuff. She's going to be great. So what we're thinking about doing is maybe doing one of those leases and letting her drive one of the other cars, and then getting one of those, is it Volkswagen that makes them, i.e. the electric
the
one?
ID. The
ID.
The ID4 and ID5, yeah.
Is it just ID?
ID, yeah.
I felt like there was an E in there, maybe not. Okay. Yeah, so because have you noticed that must be the greatest promotion ever for them to get all those government reimbursement and stuff like that with it, because they're fucking everywhere now. There's like multiple people at my job that drive those.
Their freaking grills are dope, dude. It's all lit up.
They're pretty cool.
It's all lit up. That lit up line in the Volkswagen sign. It's all lit up.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So we're thinking about getting one of those. So we would have 3 cars.
Yeah.
So that when Jilly starts driving,
the reliable one, aka the reliable one, Jilly.
she comes through so solid, bro. She's so helpful. Her mom was out of town when we did the show.
Yeah.
Myra was out of town for a few days there and had a plan for dinner every night, cooked the family dinner. Like, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It's weird how kids are all just different.
Yeah.
They all just do their own thing. Yeah, I don't know, and it's weird too how people will say, "Oh, your kids are so good, and you did such a great job." And there's some part of me that's like, it's beyond imposter. It's like, that's not true. Like, I don't know. I did what I could, bro.
Yeah.
They just kind of became who they became. Like, there are certain things I'm sure I influenced, and there are certain things that I couldn't get near with a 10-foot pole. Like, no matter what, they were just out of the box with a certain way of thinking. It's crazy.
Jay's face when I was seeing on the
You're moving out.
Episode. Yeah. Moving out, bud.
Yeah.
He's like, well, wait, what?
That was so funny, bro. That made me laugh so hard. Just like his look. It was so crazy at the show. Those two, between him sitting on one end and Stan Carradine sitting on the other end.
Yeah.
And they're all fucking cowboyed out. And what's crazy is Jay's pretty big, but dude, Carradine makes Jay. He's like 2 Jays.
Yes.
Like fucking, he's so
huge.
When I shook his hand and like said hi and gave him a hug, I was just like,
dab up. He's just a
fucking,
solid
I'm like
human.
hugging like a rock, bro. I was like, holy
human, dude.
motherfucking shit.
Yeah.
And they both sat on the 2 corners of the stage. It looked like we were so famous. We had to have security. We had these 2 cowboys.
Don't rush the
security
stage.
guys. Yeah.
Don't rush the stage.
I felt confident, honestly, with the 2 of them sitting there. I'm like, nobody is gonna. We could say whatever we want up here.
Yeah.
And they asked us before if it was going to be political.
That was the fun part. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Just making sure there's nothing political.
Yeah, because you got to be careful.
Yeah.
You know, like I think the most political shit we ever do is talk about cancel culture here and there.
Yeah.
But is that political? I don't even know what's political anymore. Like, what is
Everything.
political? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. So we've got Kamala Harris. She picked that dude Waze. Isn't that his last name? The educator guy. He's the running mate.
No, wasn't he the governor of Minnesota?
Sure. Yep. He is. But he was a 20-year retired school teacher as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like him, but I can't sort out what's real on the media. All these different, because I used to be an MSNBC guy.
Yeah.
You know that, right? Do you watch MSNBC?
No.
I did for years. I liked watching. I loved Rachel Maddow. I used to watch all that stuff. And over the years, I don't know if they changed or if I just was oblivious in the beginning. I can't fucking watch it anymore. They've been caught too many times with just bullshit stories or framing things in a clearly loaded way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're not the only ones. CNN is horrible too.
Oh, yeah.
CNN does it all the time too.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, Fox News, fucking, come on, they started that shit. They were they're the originals. They're the OG of bullshit.
Well, it was wild. Like when these Olympics gone through, and we were talking about like how everyone was calling that lady from Algeria. I think her name Algeria. How they were saying that she's a trans man, and she was boxing people.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Didn't they take the medal afterward?
No. She's not a trans man. She's lived her life as a woman her entire life. She's born a woman. She's been a woman.
Wasn't there, because there was a couple, right? Weren't there actually some legit?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I think what they classify them as is some other thing. It's not trans, that they just have more testosterone than.
But it's a natural thing. It's just how they're born.
Yeah, it's just how they're born.
And they're biological women.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different too.
Yeah.
To me, that's
but
different.
like the news outlets were saying that too, like Fox, and then Trump is out there saying the same thing. Like,
I saw it.
Yeah,
I saw that, and I ate it up because I didn't read the articles. I did see it floating around. I wasn't like I was bought into it. I was just kind of like, damn, that's kind of messed up. You know what I mean?
I think she's actually suing like Trump and Elon.
I would.
For
defamation.
Yeah.
I would.
She's a man. Like,
if you're out there saying I'm a woman, I'd feel the same way. I'd be like, come on, guys, that's not cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's hilarious, though. But see, that's what I mean. You can't trust anything.
No.
And I'm a fucking busy ass teacher. We got this podcast. I got a family. Like, I don't have time to sit down and read news. I listen to podcasts. I try to generally stay up on what's going on. But you see headlines. You know, you hear people talking about. I heard that there was in my mind, the reality was there was like 2 to 3 boxers that competed in the Olympics. They were beating the shit out of what were supposed to be gold contending women. and then they were biological males that had become women. But none of that's true. That's not legit at all.
No.
See, that's wild.
Yeah.
And you think about how many people are walking around with that in their head. They're like, it's fucking boxing.
Well,
I can't believe the Olympics allowed this shit.
Fran sent me like numerous things, like,
Oh, God.
transgendered men trying to fight. And this is like, and that's why I never take anything at face value. Like when I read something,
Same.
like I research it and look at it and stuff like that and deep dive, and not just like one particular outlet. I check everything else.
Right.
And,
or I'll notice it, but then just now,
Yeah.
I'm not attached to what I thought it was. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't like walking around like, this is bullshit. Like not until I fucking read it
Yeah.
to find out what really happened. But that's just crazy how we don't have time. That's people are walking around with that in their head right now. That's the reality. What is reality anymore?
yeah,
Have you seen the memes floating around about I guarantee you have.
the Raygun.
No, about that they fucked something up when they were doing the electron collider thing, and that they merged like two different dimensions or something like that. So it which is part of like the Mandela effect and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So let me ask you one, and you might, if you saw this online, it won't work because
Okay.
you already know. Show me where your heart is on your chest.
Where my heart is on my
Yeah,
chest?
where's your heart?
It's right in the middle. It's right here.
See, I'm fucking tripping now. It was always on the left for me. Like I always remembered on the left. So I think it's something else. There's probably a simpler explanation than we fucking caused a merging of universes.
Yeah. No, it's like not directly in the middle, but it's like right here.
It's directly in the middle.
It's directly in the middle?
It's
Okay.
directly in
I
the
thought
middle.
It was like a little bit over.
And that's why I'm like,
off-center.
I remember growing up, I remember seeing those diagrams.
When Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, why didn't we do this then? If you put it over your heart, good fucking point, Pearce.
Yeah.
Why did we do this instead?
Yeah.
But there's a few of them.
That's another one of my pet peeves too, by the way.
What's that?
When the national anthem is going off and fucking people put their hands on their heart.
Like, it's not the Pledge of Allegiance.
It's not the Pledge of Allegiance, y'all.
Yeah.
Pledge of Allegiance is when you put your hand over your heart. When you the national anthem, you take your hat off and you if you're wearing a hat, obviously you stand up and you're supposed to look at the flag either with your hands behind your back or on your side.
Yeah, a lot of people do that, huh?
Yeah, like no, it's not the,
Yeah, we definitely did that for Pledge Allegiance. We used to do that in school. That was part of
Cali school
every day.
still does it.
Really?
Yeah, because they're a classically trained school, is what they call it. So they learn cursive and everything too, and they do. Like I was telling you, they do Latin, and so they do.
Dude, does she like science stuff at all?
Yeah.
If she likes science, that Latin will go so far.
Yep.
Like people who take even just a little bit of Latin, it goes so far in science.
Yeah.
Because you can always figure words out.
Yep.
You're like, oh, I know what this is.
Yep.
And it's easy to remember what it's called.
The basis of all language.
That's neat. And they do cursive too. Wow, bro. I didn't realize that that's the school she's going to. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Wow, they still do the Pledge Allegiance. I feel like you would get canceled if you did it in like a public school classroom now.
Yeah. Well, it's a charter, so.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Charters do what they want to do.
Yeah.
They also, unfortunately, get a lot more funding, and and I always feel bad. My kids have mostly gone to charter schools until Jaden switched to Northfield High School.
Yeah.
They have always gone to charter schools too, but I don't know. And when I was starting out, I look at it differently now. Oh, remind me, bro. I want to tell you something now off the podcast. Okay. Don't let me forget. Okay. I will forget. It's so rude to do that on the show, huh? Yeah. Whenever
everyone's
I do
like,
that, what is it?
What is it? What is it?
No, it's something listeners wouldn't even care about it, but it's something I want to remember to tell you. Yeah, I don't even remember what we were talking about. Where we were going with that. Charter schools. Yeah, so because I've always had my kids there because we just shopped around and looked at individual schools, and then you'd look at them and you're like, this seems great. I want a school that's going to really build discipline in my child. I want my kid to have there's high academic standards and expectations and individualized help, and all that kind of stuff. So, and it's just unfortunately, it's the truth is they just get more. They get more flexibility. They have more funding. They get more control over everything that they do. Working in a public school to me is like you're just working with all these. Your hands are tied, and like all these different things are holding you back. But there's something about the challenge of that I think is cool. Yeah, and I feel the same way about people who go into politics too, right? Like no matter what, it's kind of anything you go into, there's always going to be like a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, everyone. I think when people go into politics, they have a certain thing that they a mind frame that they're like, I'm going to change this. I'm going to do this. This is the way it's going to be. And then when they get in it, it's not exactly that, because then, they're looking at special interests and people trying to influence their ways.
Right. And I think when you discover that, you can go one of two ways.
Yeah.
You go the old Tony Dollar way. Or you go the Mike Pearce way.
Yeah.
Right, I'm serious. Where you get in there and you're like, this isn't what I thought. There's so many things stacked against me. And then you're like, I got to get a different job, or this isn't going to work. Or I'm going to come into work every day and just fucking hate my job and be miserable. Or you're going to be like, goal is still the same.
Yeah.
Goal didn't change. Just more obstacles, more challenges, more workarounds. We might have to be more flexible. We're going to have to think on our feet, but we can still get to the goal. Because that's life.
Yeah.
Everything's like that, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing ever goes perfect.
I thought earlier when you were going to ask me about did you know, because we were talking about the Olympic stuff, about the breakdancing thing.
I know. I was going to bring that up earlier. Yeah.
So everyone thinks because they're not going to do the Olympics and the breakdancing in the Olympics in 2028. They've canceled that already. But they made the decision a while ago.
Why is that?
Everyone thinks it was because of the Raygun, the girl from Australia. They fucked everything up that there's a million memes about. Have you seen?
I know, 100%.
And she was some doctoral person just trying
she's
to
like an educator.
write a fucking book. But the thing was how did the Australian Olympic Committee decide to put her out there versus other people?
That made me wonder, is there a set process for how countries select their teams? Is it per country? Is it per sport?
I don't know. It's just, I don't know what their criteria is.
Are they just literally just get to decide, hey, we want you?
Well, I know in the past, and there was a big thing is that some country in the Middle East had put one of their cousins in a track and field race. You've probably seen it. And she was dead last compared to everybody, by far dead last.
How enough?
And it was only because she was a cousin of somebody. He made a promise. But no, what happened was with the Olympics, everyone thinks, again, it was because of
that one
terrible girl,
Raygun,
and everything like that. But in reality, again, I dive deeper, and I was looking at things. It's an expensive sport. And people are like, what do you mean it's an expensive sport? They had to get 390 plus licenses. Dollar for what?
For the music?
For the music dollar. Right?
Oh, shit.
Right? And
why so many? Why 300 some?
Because all the different countries dancing to different songs.
There's that many, huh? Fuck.
Right? And
yeah.
so you people know, is probably
music licensing. Oh, yeah. Some people made some money.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that was one of the factors in it.
That must have cost so much money for the Olympics to do that.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
It had to. They're just praying people select the same song here and there.
Here is it's a same competition. You guys can only dance to these 4 songs.
Or just give them one. This year it's MC Hammer's Can't Hurt 'Em.
Yeah.
You got to pick a song from there. No, that's wild. She was so bad, dude. I could do better than that. I can't dance to save my life.
But you know what the thing is? I seen a clip of her actually breakdancing and doing breakdancing, and she can breakdance.
And what the fuck was that?
And so I think that's what happened, is that she did breakdance for, the committee and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. And then she went out there and just did whatever full ass did.
What? But what's the explanation for
I don't
that?
know.
Why would she
supposedly she's writing some book?
Yeah, no, I read a little bit about her. She's an educator. She teaches it's like urban
cultural
musical
studies,
or musical history or something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it's like the history behind breakdancing and shit is like her specialty. You've seen videos of her dancing?
Yeah,
really?
And she can actually breakdance. She can actually breakdance.
I don't know what that was she did. And that outfit too. Good God, bro. I was like, is that the Olympic uniform for them, for Australia? I think it was, because it was green, right? Just fucking writhing around the floor a couple times and doing the bunny hands.
Yeah.
And,
it was kangaroo. It was a kangaroo. It was Australia.
Yeah, I don't fucking know what she was doing. But that was really weird. The whole Olympics thing was pretty cool. America too. We haven't talked about it. Took the gold medal over Australia. Yeah. Serbia did really good. Who got silver? Was it Serb?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I can't remember. I think it was either Serbia or who they ended up playing that got silver. and then
What,
I'm sorry,
basketball?
bronze.
For basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah. So America, France, and Serbia.
Oh, France, not Australia.
Yeah,
I don't know why I was thinking
France.
it was Australia.
Yeah.
It was France that we played and beat.
Yeah,
They're
in France.
actually pretty good.
In Paris.
And that's another thing though too to consider, like when we're talking about how you pick the teams.
Yeah.
Because there's several NBA players who play on other countries' teams,
of course,
right?
yeah.
Right, which makes sense. And then there's also the controversy about those who stay on the American team, and people are like, you should be playing for.
Yeah, Joel Embiid. Everyone was mad because he was
Yep.
French, and so
Yeah.
So
Well, they
they were-
needed him.
I mean they have Rudy Gobert and Women Yaya already. Victor Wembanyama at the France, and
Yeah,
that
no,
would-
I
that would
mean
have meant like
the U.S. needed him.
he didn't play that much.
Yeah.
But no, like somebody had told me, like, who was it? I was talking to, and they were saying, like, I don't think it's fair that they use professional athletes to be, in basketball in the Olympics.
With the cream of the crop, bro.
I was like, yeah, everywhere else.
The only
It's the
reason
same
we
thing.
didn't dominate the 3-on-3 is because Ice Cube's league is mid-season.
Yeah,
If they weren't, we would have crushed the shit out of that.
And that's
too.
what Ice Cube said too. Yeah, he was like, he was put our three best out there, and
Yeah, you almost had a chance.
Yeah, but no,
It's always going to be a problem because of timing, though.
Yeah, but I mean, in the past, before the Michael Jordans and all that stuff, they used collegiate players for their U.S. teams.
That's what I'm saying. I think they could pick anybody they want.
Yeah,
I think that's how all Olympic teams are, probably for most countries.
yeah.
Whoever's in charge, they just pick who they want and put
Yeah.
the dream team together. And
I don't think it should be not limited to professional players. I mean, because like you said, they're the best of the best. Like
Yeah.
any other sport, they're the profession in their sport, the professional in their sport.
yeah, dude, how about Steph Curry
Yeah,
in the fucking Olympics? And he slept the first part, and then
at the end, yeah.
what do you have, 36 points, like so many threes, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many threes.
Classic Steph Curry too. He was like dribbling like in people's face, two people's face at the end. That last three that he had, just threw it up and it's like swack. You're like,
He had. Just
like, dude, it just goes in. He just knows his distance. He just is the target. He just knows.
I've been taking a page out of his book with shooting because, like, whenever he warms up, you always see him do that little drill where he goes up and he shoots real close, makes several in a row, backs up, makes several in a row, backs up, goes one, backs up, goes one,
Yeah.
all the way to half court, makes one, comes back in, and then does that crazy high
The high
fucking
layup, yeah.
thing. And so I've been doing it, and I heard him talking about why he does it, and it really makes sense because every time when you come out, you've got to calibrate. I would run out there all the time, like jump out on the court, and I'm fucking firing off a three. You know what I mean? I'm shooting from deep in the corner, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, no, get up there and make sure you can make a fucking layup. Make
Yeah.
sure you get calibrated, and then you get the touch, and then you just shoot way better when you warm up that way before
Yeah.
you. So I don't know what other players do. They probably all kinds of have
Different
things.
rituals,
But I just
yeah.
came across that though, and I was like, damn, that's really fire. And so since I've been doing it, I'm doing a lot better.
Yeah,
One of the guys though, so these guys all play basketball at my school, but
Yeah.
one of the dudes, he was D2 or something, but he's so fucking good. He's like,
did you say he played overseas or something like that?
oh, him too. He's not playing though.
Oh.
But yeah, yeah. That's KD, not Kevin Durant. Different KD, Keneal Dickens. But so he hasn't joined us. But some of these guys are older, like my buddy Chris. Like
Yeah.
he played in college and stuff too.
Okay.
But he's 39 or 40 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And a giant ass dude. And I know for bigger guys, life gets harder as you get older, bro.
Yeah.
All the weight on those joints and everything.
Yeah.
But this other guy that played, Joe, he played in college and he can't it seemed like he can't miss. And when we had our little Dave and Buster's thing.
Yeah.
That motherfucker hit like, I want to say at one point, I think he hit 69 or 70. He had or that was the score or whatever,
Yeah.
which, bro, there was other people there that played in college and they were getting 41, 42. Like he's
Just
just
like swish.
you're just like, what the fuck, bro? How do you do that? But again, that's how the world is. People see that and they're like, oh, just lucky or just talented or just successful. No, bro. Do you know how many times those people have shot those shots, dude?
Yeah.
Alone with nobody watching, just over and over
Yeah.
and
Yep.
over and over and over and miss and miss and miss and miss. Because that was some crazy thing where I heard somebody talking about the numbers on it, how wild it is with basketball. Because you know, like Steph Curry, I can't remember what it was. They were looking at his stats like the last game or the last two games of the Olympics or whatever. And his overall accuracy was like in the 60s or something, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But then you think about the math of it and you're like, damn, what a hard sport. You know what I mean? It's so hard to get the ball to go through that little fucking, that little circular rim. And I noticed how much difference, I never paid attention to how much difference the ball makes.
Oh, yeah.
Because I play with Wilson sometimes. And I don't know, it's probably different sports or whatever. I mean, I'm sorry, different levels like college versus whatever. But Spalding makes the NBA size basketball, and that's the kind that they use, right? I compared it to my Wilson, and it's like the Wilson I can pretty much palm, whereas the Spalding I can't. And so, but I'm saying it's Spalding and Wilson, but it's probably the type of ball it is, right?
So growing up,
the NCAA versus
we use different basketballs, right?
Yeah.
Indoor, outdoor basketballs, and then there's the indoor basketball, there's outdoor basketball, all different kinds of basketballs.
Sure.
And growing up for us, for a long time, it was Spalding. That's the ball that we used. That's the preferred ball that we use, like playing basketball with, right? And then as time went on, now the ball to have is the Wilson Evolution.
Is that the one with the white?
Writing on it? It can have
it has white. It's like the one they saw in the Olympics.
No,
I've been seeing
FIBA.
it more.
That's the FIBA
okay.
ball. So
Okay,
that's the traditional FIBA ball, and so that's what they use in the Olympics and FIBA. But no, I'm saying the ball now, the go-to ball now, dollar is the Evolution.
Wilson Evolution?
Yeah, it's a grip.
Okay.
It's grippy. It's a different kind of like a synthetic leather.
I'll show you what I have.
Yeah,
you have to see if that's what it is.
It's an amazing basketball.
Because I have two that I use. One is the one my fucking go-to for. I've had it forever. My indoor-outdoor ball. Yeah, I saw a meme and it was like, if you have a ball that used to have a ball that looks like this, then you definitely grew up in the '90s, whatever. And I was like, I'm looking at my ball.
I'm
the
leather's like coming off of it. And everything.
Exactly, bro. It's all like thrash, but that thing's still good, man. I can still play with that, and I like it. I use it for outdoor mostly now, and then I have one that's an indoor that's a Wilson, but it's slightly smaller, and I'm more accurate with it. I can make shots easier because it's smaller. But that's what I'm really wondering is like what I should Google like the dimensions of basketballs and like what makes them different and why you should use different ones. I don't really know. And then it makes me also wonder, what were the basketballs at Dave & Buster's? I didn't even pay attention. And are those rims regulation? I doubt it.
I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not. They're probably fucking half the size.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think, what is it? A full-size ball is like 29 and a half, I want to say.
Because there's different sizes. I know for a fact that NCAA and NBA are different sizes, just from experience. Yeah. Like I said, I can completely palm an NCAA ball.
Yeah.
But an NBA ball, I can't palm. And I can only palm with my left hand. My right hand must be slightly smaller or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you palm a basketball, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
both hands?
Both hands? Yes.
Any kind of basketball?
No.
Oh. Yeah. See, I can palm some.
Yeah.
The smaller ones, I think. Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Claim to be a basketball head. I don't even fucking know.
Yeah. No, like I was saying, I think 29 and a half is men's. And then like I think the women's is slightly smaller, is like a 28 and a half. So it's just like an inch difference between men's pro and women's pro, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know my Wilson says that 29 and a half on my ball.
Okay, NCAA's games are played oh, never mind. That's too much information. It's like give me the whole fucking rule breakdown of the game. That's not what I was looking for. Is there a difference between NBA and NCAA? Okay, college basketball governed by NCAA features two halves. It's still doing the same thing. Why do I need all this information about the quarters and the... Oh.
Just look up basketball size.
Yeah, there we go. That was the word I was missing. Oh, here we go. Here's a little fucking diagram. Yeah, got to do the old man. Okay, so 29.5 men and... Okay, this is...
So that's right. Yes.
Yeah, 29.5. It's called size 7. So there's size 7, 6, 5, and 4.
Yeah.
So girls and women do the size 6, which is 28.5. So it's a gender thing. Here, let me pull up the Wilson real quick.
Look at that $1. Yes. I was right, dude.
Oh, but you said it's the... Here's the Wilson Evolution. They have a fucking size 10, though, which is 34.5. Why would you want a giant basketball like that? But no, so it's... What did you say the size was? 29.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have... That's size 7. So that's what I'm going to get right here. I'm going to just take a little fucking screenshot of this. It's the Wilson Evolution size 7.
Oh, bro, the
29.5
best basketball out there.
What makes them great?
It's just the grip on it, like the feel of it.
Is it indoor only, or you can play
Yeah, it's indoor only, dude.
I play at school. I play at my school a lot on the indoor, but then sometimes I play outdoor here.
Yeah,
over on the
if you're gonna do outdoor, you want a good rubber ball on the outdoor.
Well, you just use my indoor outdoor. It feels like it's got fur on it.
Yeah,
it's like a cloth ball, essentially. It's okay. It's good for janky ass blacktops with cracks and uneven, lopsided and shit. That thing's been. I could play out in the middle of fucking mountains with that thing.
Yeah, but no, inside.
Good to know. I'm gonna give me a basketball. I'm gonna see how much those are. I want to get one of those.
$60.
$60. Okay. Yeah, when I told you my dumbass idea that I thought I was going to play basketball in those tray threes, whatever's, I feel like I was walking in like a Halloween costume for an astronaut.
Yeah,
like they were just these cloggy, flat,
heavy,
ass,
and just
heavy, cloggy. No, I play in the. You told me what they are.
The Giannis.
Yeah.
Giannis.
Yeah, I really like
Freaks,
those.
yeah.
Those are super comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, I like playing. What I usually play in is my LeBron Soldier 11s. They're one of the most
LeBron Soldier 11s.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see what those look like.
And
those are your
all
go-to
straps.
play.
Yeah, those are all. They have like straps on them, and they're like a sock shoe. But
I feel like I've seen those. Oh yeah. 11s. Oh fuck yeah.
With the 4 straps on them.
Yeah, bro. Those are nice. What color are yours?
I have the light blue ones.
Light blue ones. Okay. Yeah, those are nice. Those look like they would be good. I like the high too because that's how they were when we were younger.
Yeah.
Like the Giannis ones I have are like low. They're pretty low.
Yeah. So I like playing in those or my Kyries. I have Kyrie 5s.
Those are tight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to experiment. I'll try it. I'm going to try a few different ones. I'm so addicted. I want to get more kicks already, Pearce. I'm like lifestyle ones too, just stuff to rock and walk around. It's so funny how uncomfortable the ones are, but how fucking good they look.
Yeah,
it's just like it's worth it.
I remember when Bruce Leroy was at the 200th episode. He's like, he was telling me, he goes, is Tony Dollar wearing Jordans? I was like, yeah, man, he's wearing some Jordans now.
He told me that later.
He was like, are you responsible for that? I was like, I don't know if I'm directly responsible for it. I was like, he works at a school and kids are, wearing shoes and stuff like that. And it's like, he has his own kids and they've been telling him stuff. But yeah, he was look at Tony. Jordan ones. He goes, I thought I'd never see Tony in some Jordans.
I'm like always been the dad shoe guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's just weird how when you get into something, you start learning the nuance difference. Just like we just started doing with basketball. I'm getting back into basketball, and now I'm like really getting into the nuance of it. And I remember a time when I really didn't even understand what I thought Jordans was just a shoe. It was just those are Jordans. Yeah, which in my head was the ones. Yeah, I mean I didn't realize like those 4s, those are Jordans. 3s too, and start realizing and then there's the dunks, the highs, the lows. There's all this different shit. Yep. And then you're like, ooh, I'm excited. Like I've been bit by the sneaker whatever. Because I really do enjoy it.
Yeah, and then we took the picture of our shoes.
Oh yeah, because we all had ones on that day.
Yeah, so Bruce Leroy had fragments on, which are super rare shoe, really rare shoe.
Yeah, he's got a strong shoe game.
Yeah, and then I had my Travis Scotts. Yeah, and then you had your Jordan 1s. Yeah, they're all Jordan 1s, but just different versions of them.
Yeah, you know whose were fire was. Did you see Dom's shoes? I don't know what he had on. They were Jordans. Oh, okay. They were black and gold, though. Okay. Oh, my God. I wish you had seen them so you could tell me exactly what they were. There were ones, but I don't know what variety they were. That's the other thing is I also realized there's so many nuances and like specialty shoes and like one-offs. And
yeah. Yep. There's some colorways that are considered like retro, and they only make them so often. And there's Jordans you can go out, Jordan 1s out there you can get regular, right, and just different colors and stuff like that. It's just the color choice that they have, but some of them
that's mine, right? They're just
rare. Yeah,
they're just ones.
Some of them are just the rare colorways, that they bring back, and like Breads or Jordan, University Blues, stuff like that. Those are all the unique colorways that they have.
Yeah, what do you got on today? I was going to ask you.
I have Terminators on today.
Yeah, I like the colors.
Nike. So there was like one of their first like basketball shoes.
Oh, okay.
Nike Terminators. So
yeah. Yeah, it is funny to think back in the day that the professional players back when they used to wear the Chucks. You know what I was thinking about too? I was a Converse guy for a little while because Magic was Converse.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yep. No, yeah, these are the Terminators, and they're the blue and golds. So they go good with my Nugget stuff.
Yeah, I'm stuck in a hard place, man, because I love the way they look. I get so much props from my students when I wear shoes like that. But I also get 15,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it is funny how I am. Like, immediately after I did that show, I was like, I need to get another pair of Jordans. I want another pair of lows and another pair of highs.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I want those to just fucking stay. Did I tell you I have the crease protectors in them?
Oh, nice. There you go, dollar.
And there's 2 levels of crease protectors, right? I got the super stiff ones in there. So those are the kind of shoes like I don't know. I've thought about wearing them on the first day of school. I've only worn them once. I wore them at our thing. But it's funny how I think like that now. Like you've seen my old shoes. I was known, you know what, as recently as last year, buddy, I was known as the squeaky shoe guy.
Squeaky shoe guy.
Because for whatever reason, I'd get those dad shoes. Remember the black Nikes I got there? I was like, I got these for fucking $19, bro.
Yeah.
And then I was wearing them, you know, within a few weeks, the left one just
the air on the inside of it.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it is. It's $19.
I thought you were squeaky like on the ground, like squeak, 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 like basketball screeching.
No,
I have a pair of shoes that do that like crazy. They're my SB Dunks, and they're called alley oops. So they're made to look like Jordan 1s. And bro, they are.
Why is that?
Squeaky? Like on concrete, I can squeak. So like, I was like, damn, dude, look at these shoes. They're grippy as fuck, dude. Like, you know, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, this is different. This is like something in the
the air
in the shoe. Yeah, you step on it.
Yeah, I know. That's what happened to my Vans, my Skatistons, and those. I should have taken better care of those. You know, they're Vans, right? And I didn't know how rare those ones were that I had too. You know, just because I'm more of a Nike guy, right?
Right.
Or, you know,
right.
More of a basketball shoe guy, not skater shoes type. And I was like, okay, I'll just go online and I'll buy these again. You know, I like these type of shoes. I'll go buy these again. It's like, that's a rare shoe that you have there. I was like,
didn't even know.
Man, like I can't even buy this again, dude. It's like, so I can't even find that pair of shoes again.
Damn.
Yeah, and I got it from the original Vans store in California.
Okay,
that's where I got
those
from.
Yeah, that's probably why. That's probably why they had it.
Yeah,
it's cool. Yeah, I'm fully in. I'm also broke, so they're so expensive. Like
they are. Yeah, so that's like me. I had to be. There was 1 year, I think I told you that, where I had like 8 pairs of shoes in 2 months. In a matter of 2 months, I bought like 8 pairs of shoes in a matter of 2 months. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get in trouble for this, dude. Like, it was one of those things, don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just gonna buy these shoes. I was like, they're rare. And so now I look at it and I'm like, okay, so I have a good amount of shoes, 1 through 13, right? All the Jordans, 1 through 13. And now I like look at them, I'm like, do I really want that color? Like, or how rare is it, right? I'm like, is that, they're bringing that color back. I'm like, okay, I need to jump on this one or something like that. And so, I've been more selective as far as my shoe purchasing has gone recently. So,
yeah. I think I might commit to the Air Max for work.
Yeah.
And then I think the ones and all the Jordans will have to be outside of work. How I asked you this before and I forgot the answer. Like 4s, because those look really cool to me.
Yeah.
Are those? How does the comfort level compare to 1s? About the same.
They're a little bit better.
A little bit better. Okay, only a little.
It's still a flat shoe.
Yeah.
It's still flat.
Yeah.
I mean, anything like I would say, like for me, actually, my 2s are the most comfortable Jordans that I have. My Jordan 2s.
Really?
I wear those every day. I'll wear those every day. And so those are pretty comfortable. What else? My 11s are really comfortable. My 12s are really comfortable.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know the exact Jordan 2s. These are your exact ones right here. Do you have the 2 retro OG Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the ones that you always go, those are clean.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, those are pretty tight.
Yeah.
They do look comfortable.
Dude, they are comfortable. and it's a lighter shoe, and it's like a wider shoe too.
Ooh, that
and
black
so-
cement looks fucking.
Yeah,
That's pretty sick. I'm a sucker for the black in general. Just like those ones I got with the black and red and gray.
But no, yeah. So my Jordan 2s are probably one of my most comfortable shoes that I like. I know. And was it? Do
you have any Air Maxes?
Do I have any Air Max? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like Air Max or?
They're all right.
Are they comfortable?
I use them. I have Air Max trainers
Oh, okay.
that I use for like when I do like the CrossFit stuff and everything like that. So because you need because every shoe is different dollar. So just so you know, like a running shoe is meant to just do back and forth movements, right? There's not really the tread pattern on the bottom to, whereas you look at the bottom of a basketball shoe, it has like circular things. So you can do lateral movements.
Right.
Stuff like that, gripping and everything like that. And so, not all shoes are created equal.
Yeah. I didn't really know I knew they weren't, and I know there's different types, but I didn't really.
And the midsoles on the shoes too make a big difference too. And
what's a midsole?
The foam part. So pick up your shoe again. So a lot of shoes have like the insides are like darker. You'll see some shoes that have like a darker inside, or a darker outside.
Yeah,
those are for your pronations, for your pronation of your feet. So depending on how you stand and how you walk, some people walk more inwards, right?
Right.
And so when you see shoes that have the different color insole, in the midsole on the side, that's for people who pronate inwards. And so that helps keep their foot more of a straight foot and harder impact.
Okay.
And so where you see a shoe with the midsole, the darker outside of the midsole is for people that have an outward pronation and kind of levels them out. So so whenever you're looking at a shoe, you look at it as and it has to, you have to have somebody kind of look at how you walk.
They do those tests. I know when I've gone to buy running shoes, they'll have you get on the treadmill. And
they'll see how you walk and see if you're, if you pronate one way or another. And so that's why whenever you see shoes, and if they're not comfortable to you, you're like, oh, they hurt my feet.
It's probably the opposite of what you need.
It's probably the opposite of what you need. Yeah. So. See, wow. I'm a sneakerhead, dollar.
You really are. That's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's why it's funny since I've gotten into them how I had no understanding of anything, bro.
Yeah.
Like I would buy a pair of Nike running shoes and rock them.
Yeah.
Like they were just a lifestyle shoe.
Yeah.
Like I just really didn't, and they have them in the sections, but it didn't click.
Yeah.
And then now I understand so much better.
And I'm those type of people too. Like, and so that's the other thing too. Like people who buy a ton of shoes and just leave them on the shelves. Like, oh, this is my shoe.
They fall apart.
Yeah, they fall apart. You got to use them, man.
I've seen. Yeah.
Got to use your shoes. And I
wonder what the logistic of that is. Like, how does that work? That if they sit there, they fall apart. If you take them out and wear them all the time, they're great.
I don't know, but no, like with mine, people always say like, when I wore those Travis Scotts, like, whoa, bro, you wearing those? You're like, yeah,
gotta wear them sometimes.
I buy shoes to wear them, man. Like, I don't buy shoes that's just like, I buy them to wear them, and I take care of them and this and that, and I'm. Some say I might go a little overboard. I do have an air purifier in the closet, but.
Oh man, that's funny. What I just realized is I'm out of space.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been building up the sneaker collection now, and I'm like literally out of like shelf space and places to put them. I'm like, I'm gonna be one of those guys with the boxes stacked or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah. Definitely want to get some more. Definitely want to get some more. I'm fucking addicted. It's wild.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like getting back to my roots over here, Pearce. Back into sneakers I always wanted when I was a kid, playing basketball all the time.
Dude, yeah. Like I told you, that's like last year I got those Jordan 8s that I had when I was a kid. So
I'm off to a great start.
Okay.
Twice now, I've nicked the rim with my middle finger.
Ooh, dollar.
Because I told you, we talked about it in here. I was like a little short of the rim before. Good 2 inches probably short of the rim before. So I think just working on it, dropping a little weight, doing the jumps all the time, and just like practicing with it over and over and over, it's getting a lot better.
Yeah.
Working on all my layups, reverse layups, left hand layup. I just get out. I'm like a kid. I'm like a little kid out there that doesn't have anybody to play with. I just fucking go out there and just start. I'm working on my dribbling, my handles, and all. Let me be clear. Like my starting point was so bad.
Yeah.
So I'm not like, yo, I'm ready to take people on. I'm gonna go join the league. No.
Yeah.
But it's exciting for me because the improvement's getting better. I'm working on this move I want so bad. I saw Steph Curry doing. I keep trying it because like I've gotten to the point now I can dribble behind my back pretty good. But he has this one where he like sends it with his right hand over to his left and then immediately back.
Yeah.
And so it causes people to, fucking take off to the left and break their ankles or whatever. So I'm working on it. And it's cool losing the weight because when I first started, I couldn't move. I felt like I was in water with concrete shoes. Like, you're like, why can't my body's not doing what I want it to do? And it's slightly improving now. So that's how anything is. Just like Steph Curry shooting all those shots.
Yeah.
One day I'm going to go down and play in a rec league. I might even get 2 points in the game, buddy. Might have a block. You never know.
I'm not allowed to do rec leagues anymore and just destroy kids. Well, not rec leagues, I guess. Pickup games. Like
that time they made the mistake.
Just wrecked him. Oh my god.
Yeah, you have to be careful. I play with middle school kids a lot, obviously, so you have to be careful.
I was tired of him making threes on everybody, dude.
Yeah, it's funny, and they will like. What I realize with middle school kids, there's no unless it's a gigantic human middle school kid, nobody's going to beat me. And I'm not that great.
Yeah.
All I got to do is get down. I just dribble down to the basket and fucking lay it up. There's nothing what are you going to do? And with the amount of weight that I have compared to them, you know what I mean? I'm just fucking
it's funny, like Callie, for some reason, thinks she's faster than me, right? She's 11 years old and she's like, I bet you I'll beat you in a race. I'm like, I bet you won't, dude. Like,
that sounds like a tourney CL waiting to happen.
And so, no, every single time she's like, let's race. And I'll race. And I'm like,
smoker. There's something about dads we don't hold back, bro. I'm
like, smoker, dude. Just like, I don't even care. And so that was last night. What was it? There's some kids and they were like racing each other. And they like, one of the kids was like, it's like, I'm the fastest one here. It's like, looked at like the dads and everything. I was like, and they were like, I don't know. Like everyone goes, I don't know. Maybe Mr. Mike probably has something to say about that. And I was like, I'll smoke you. I'll smoke you, kid. You don't even know, dude. Like, and again, I was like a little 12-year-old kid. I was like, I'll smoke you, son.
I thought this was going to lead to a race or something.
No.
Okay.
No. I knew. You know when you know.
Yeah. You want your kids to. That's our generation. I think is different. They're probably raising kids different nowadays. But raising my kids, like you need to know. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna candy coat nothing. I'm gonna fucking smack that ball so fast out of your hands, bro. Go ahead and take a shot.
Yeah. That's like when what was it, when we were playing basketball at 24, and people would play and everything like that, and just like no, because that's that pride, right? You're like, I'm the 40-year-old dude. I gotta.
Something to prove.
Yeah. I was like, you ain't better than me, kid.
Yeah. Well, that was when we were growing up, man. I've told you those stories. My dad and his uncles, and none of them were basketball players. They're like the worst basketball players on the planet, but they're all giant fucking dudes. And I remember where I grew up, we had it was a driveway, and then next to it was like this big just dirt area. I don't know why there's so many fucking dirt areas in Fresno, but there was this giant dirt area next to the thing, and I got shoved in that dirt so many times, bro. I mean, I'd be scratched from the fucking sand and stuff. They would just shove me down. They didn't give a fuck, and they were fouling like crazy. But it made me tougher. And then when I went out and played with middle school kids, I was doing a lot better because I'm used to these 6'6" guys fucking smashing my face into the dirt,
swatting everything.
They didn't care back then. They wanted to make you tough.
Yeah,
they needed you to be tough.
Yeah. Now everybody gets equal playing time.
No,
everyone's
I know.
equal playing and
well, everybody wants to avoid discomfort. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to avoid a challenge or sometimes shit is just hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just sucks. And when you push through it, you're happier, you're stronger, you're more confident, right? Because you've seen yourself with pressure on you. But now we just kind of avoid it and we bend the world around us. Like, oh, okay, let's make it this way so I don't have to do X, Y, Z. So I don't have to do this thing,
Yeah.
It's really crazy how it's changed. I didn't know. I forgot to check with you. Do we have fun facts this week?
I have some fun facts.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and switch over to the fun facts.
Yeah. So I just didn't produce them because I was excited for Friday. And I was like, I'm busy right now. So, but here's some good ones. Australia is wider than the moon. Isn't that wild?
Whoa. The moon's little as shit, huh?
Yeah.
So wider, like if you were to go from east to west on Australia, and then you would take that, it would go around the moon.
Yeah.
more than one time.
Yeah, it's just white.
Whoa,
That's crazy.
I always thought the moon is so much bigger. Isn't it like 1/6 the size of Earth or something?
Yeah.
Or maybe Australia is just fucking enormous.
Yeah, Australia
bro.
is enormous, dude. Yeah.
That would be a feat, trying to walk across Australia.
Yeah.
Or like Forrest Gump did. Like if he was Forrest Gump was Australian, it'd be a different story. There's no movie. He didn't make it.
Yeah, he didn't make it. Aborigines ate him.
Oh God. Or the fucking spiders.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Alligators
Reptiles
or whatever. Yeah.
Crazy
Jesus.
ass shit in Australia.
Venus is the only planet to spin clockwise. Isn't that wild?
Wait, I'm thinking about this for a second. It depends on which angle you're looking at the planet from, right?
I mean,
because like if you took like a globe like this, if you're looking down on it, let's say it's not on an axis.
Yeah.
Earth is on an axis, but let's say it's just straight down from top to bottom.
Yeah.
And if it's spinning this way and you're looking down on it, that's clockwise.
Yeah.
But if you're looking back up on it, it's counterclockwise.
Yeah.
Right? Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, that is. Look at us. Of course, the week we have we have no cameras this week, and we're sitting at both
color.
For the listeners. Mike and I both
You're right.
totally had our fingers in the air, spinning them around, and then he picked up a water bottle. We're like doing all this shit that nobody can see, but that is true. So if you had a globe and you're looking straight down on it, and it's spinning clockwise, if you're looking down from what we're going to call the top, because in space it's all relative, there's no real top. And you're looking at it from the bottom. One side would be perceived as clockwise, one would be counterclockwise. Either way, it doesn't
Venus
matter.
is the only one that spins the other way around.
Yeah, there you go.
The opposite than others.
It does make you wonder how they come up with that shit.
Allodaxophobia is the fear of other people's opinions.
I used to have that.
Yeah.
Used to have that.
Fuck those people.
Fuck those people.
Human teeth are the only part of the body that cannot heal themselves. Isn't that wild?
That is wild. Are human teeth... What part of the human tooth is living?
Like the root, the nerve and the root and stuff like that.
That makes sense because your nerve tissue in general doesn't heal well. That's why brain stuff, spine stuff, all that kind of shit. Yep. Whoa.
Yeah. Competitive art used to be an Olympic sport. Art is so subjective. Like, how is it a fucking Olympic sport, dude?
Judge that.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense. Gold medal.
Yeah.
Because we said he's the best one. I like that picture.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Has a
yeah.
There's a lot of gold in it. I like that. Google Images was created after Jennifer Lopez wore a green dress at the 2000 Grammys.
What was invented after that?
Google Images.
Because everyone was looking up that dress.
So everyone was trying to look at her booty. Right?
Probably.
Yeah.
She literally insured her booty.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild. Lemons float, but limes sink.
What? What?
Yeah.
Why? One's more dense.
Yeah.
They're so similar. The color green is denser. No, it's probably not that.
It's probably not that.
Structure of the fruit is denser, I guess.
The Eiffel Tower was originally made for Barcelona.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
France just be giving away shit.
I know.
Like they gave us
Statue of Liberty. I know.
Let's see here. It would take 19 minutes to fall to the center of the earth. That is a long ass time, bro.
Holy shit.
That's a long time, dude. That's how big the world is.
Because we think of the sky, right? Like when you're flying in a plane, you're like, we're so fucking high. You look down, it's like these little ants, these little things, whatever. Yeah. But if you zoom out from the earth and you look at that little atmosphere you're flying in, it's so tiny compared to the center of the earth.
Bro.
19 minutes of falling. Can you imagine you had jumped off a building, some scenario like that?
Yeah.
Where you had,
what is it that...
Like, I shouldn't have done it for 20 fucking minutes.
I regret my decision.
I just enjoyed these 20 minutes.
A minute in. Shit. You're impending doom. No, because like remember the Red Bull guy who went to the stratosphere in that, remember the space balloon? And that guy, he fell for like 7 minutes. 7 minutes.
That's a lot too.
But still, $19 minutes, dude.
19 minutes. Wow. What an interesting thing to end the show on. It's we're over 201 episodes.
201.
Check out everything at themikeandtonyshow.com. All social media, Mike and Tony Show.
Yep. Email included, mikeandtonyshow@gmail.com. Ohio people, we love you.
We love you.
And everybody that showed up at episode 200 again. Thanks for coming out. Dean for taking pictures. Stan.
Franzo. Stan Carradine. Mitch Jones.
Jordan. Elgin. Everybody. I mean, we love you. And with that dollar, it is a wrap. Cheers.